Hi, my name is Dr. Tressler. Today we're going to talk about acid reflux, irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, Crohn's disease, those digestive disorders that so many people have and are continuing to try to change their diet, or they go to the doctor's office, and we hear this all the time in our office, is they go in, they say, you have a problem like acid reflux, here's a drug. How long do I need to take this drug, doctor? Forever. There's no recommendations to change your diet or what's causing it. What is causing the acid reflux at age 12 years old or age 16? We had a girl, Megan, in 8th grade. They put her on Prevacid, and she's been on it since, and she's in her early 20s. And when we looked to her spine and we looked to her what was causing, we found out what was causing it. I told her, as we correct it, your body will heal, and you won't need the Prevacid anymore. She was very skeptical, very nervous to just get off, because she tried to get off it before, and when you do with those type of drugs, you get a rebound effect and it gets worse, so you just can't get off it. You have to slowly wean yourself off those medications. So I told her, let's get your body functioning better, and then your body will start healing, so then you can slowly wean yourself away. And that's exactly what happened. After a few months of care, I asked her one day, how are you feeling? She said, I'm feeling great. She said, I'm off all my medication. She goes, you know, I just slowly got rid of it. Now I feel better than ever. She's so excited. So she wrote us up a testimony. And just so excited to start telling other people that we don't have to stay on these drugs. Since 8th grade, where would her body be by staying on those drugs? Would it be healthier or sicker when she's 30 or 40 years old? It would start destroying herself. Every time you take a medication, it causes effects other places. You just can't stay on those drugs and think that you're going to be completely healthy. So she was very excited to get off her drugs, and not only that, but feel great and start to eat foods that she hasn't eaten in years and started healing. So this is how this works. From your stomach all the way down to your colon, they work because your brain is sending messages or light through your spinal cord out to this area. Now, the spine needs to be in a correct position. If it shifts out of place, it chokes those nerves and causes, like a pinched nerve, causes that pressure there that weakens the nerve flow, weakens the energy to these organs. And if you're getting less nerve flow, the organ starts to get sick. It's a slow process. And when you start getting sick, you don't realize that it's from the spine. You go in and you have a test, and they give you a medication. And then on you go, and then your life with medication. Many times the spine shifts out of place because of car accidents, falls, twists, bends, wrecking your bike, getting sitting too long in a chair. All these things can start to change the structure of your spine, but we never look to this unless you go to a chiropractor. And you have to look at it, do an exam, do a posture check, do some other tests, and take x-rays to see this. So when we see compression on nerves in this area, it could be causing the stomach problems. Even the neck, if you follow this green, it's a parasympathetic system. The whole neck region can affect the flow of the nerves into the stomach. So if your neck is out of alignment, your posture is out of alignment, choking nerves there, that could be causing your stomach problems. You can't take more medication and keep taking medication, putting medication on this when the problem is back here. So you have to get that investigated and checked out. And it's the same with the low back. If your low back is shifted or twisted out of position, it compresses nerves going into your colon, which can cause Crohn's disease, colitis, diverticulitis, diverticulosis, IBS. And as we correct that, the nerve flow starts to improve, your body heals itself. When I was a young kid, probably about 14, 15, 16, I started to get some horrible cramps in my lower abdominal area. They would be so sharp and severe that I would just buckle over, and then they would disappear. And I didn't know why. And I was starting to get like irritable bowel syndrome. Every time I was under stress, I'd be running to the bathroom, and it started to get worse every year. I was taking a lot of over-the-counter drugs, Pepto-Bismol, those type of things, all with Maalox, every time I was under stress, and nothing ever worked until I found out. I hurt my back one day. I went to a chiropractor, and he had found out that I had a kink in my back. As I got that corrected, it's now been over 20-some years. I have no irritable bowel syndrome. My bowels are completely healthy. I have no problems down there because they corrected the problem. If you're living with these symptoms, you need to get to a chiropractor who will check this out and see if that's your problem. If it is, and you correct it, guess what? Your body heals. God designed it that way. You have to have proper nerve flow. When you do, your body starts regenerating and healing itself, and then you can get off those medications. You can live this way 80 to 120 years, the way God designed. Here's an x-ray, 2 x-rays of a normal curve in the neck. So when you're looking this way, there should be a bend, like a banana, in the neck. That's normal. we should have a 45-degree bend in the neck. If that neck starts to come out because of poor posture or car accidents or falls or injuries, then the neck starts to straighten out and we have damage. Here's a woman who, when she came in, she had acid reflux. She had been everywhere. She was taking Nexium for 3.5 years, had 7 bouts in the hospital, didn't know what to do, and nothing was getting better. Her diet was bland. She ate oatmeal and some basic foods, and couldn't eat anything else, and didn't know when her next bout would be. She comes in here and we explain, well, the neck area, the neck area can supply the stomach, neck and upper back area can supply the stomach, and if the nerve is pinched, the stomach gets weak and gets sick. So when we took her x-ray, look how different this neck is. Her neck is actually going backwards with degeneration. Her neck's been wearing out for probably 20 years, and it's never been checked. The doctors, when she went in to do the exam, all they did was check her stomach and give her a drug for her stomach and say, come back, if you're in severe pain. We found the cause of the problem. We said, as we correct this and open up the nerve flow, your body will heal. She was very skeptical, but she had nothing else to go on, so she began care. And after her first adjustment, she was 61 years old, after her first adjustment, she came back and she said, I slept through the night for the first time in 15 years. She said, I went to bed, fell asleep, and I woke up in the same position. I had the most restful night's sleep. Why? Because we took some pressure off the nerve. We didn't correct this yet. We took some pressure off the nerve. Her body started to respond immediately after one adjustment. So then, within about 3 or 4 weeks, her stomach completely healed. And she got off all her Nexium. 3.5 years of Nexium gone. And she felt better than she had in years. And she said to me one day, Dr. Tressler, I have two concerns, good and bad news. I said, all right, I'll take the good news. She said, well, the good news is I can eat everything I want. She said, my stomach is normal again. I can eat any foods I want. Nothing bothers it. And I thought, kind of perplexed, I said, what's the bad news? She said, the bad news is I'm afraid I'm going to gain weight. And she was thin. And I said, you can afford to gain a few pounds. That's okay. But your body's healing. That's the way it should be. And so many people out there are suffering problems in their spine leading to organ dysfunction, have never had their spine looked at. I want to show you another x-ray. Here's an x-ray of somebody's back. The right side and left side. As the spine goes up, you can see how it curves over to the right. A scoliosis curve, a shifting to the right. Now when we looked at his posture, he was like this. So we saw it on his posture. If a shoulder is low, you can have a curve in your spine. You have to get that checked out before it wears out. So we checked this, so we take an x-ray, and I said, look at that. Now those nerves there in the lower part of the spine, not only go from the stomach, they go through all your organs, your adrenal glands, your pancreas, your liver, your kidneys, your intestines, and your colon. So all those nerves were being choked and trapped, making his organs sick. And he came in because he had low back pain. Well, we found the cause of his low back pain. There was an imbalance in his spine. But we also found the cause to organ dysfunction as well. So as we started adjusting him, we want to correct this and get him to stand upright. Our process here is not only to get in and sort of putting motion back in the spine, but correcting the spine. When we correct it, then the body can heal, and it can heal permanently. Many people out there are not correcting the spine, are not fixing the spine. We specialize in that because when I see this on an x-ray, I know your body's healing. If you have never had an x-ray taken, you don't know if your spine is curved, crooked, twisted, bent, or full of arthritis. If there's arthritis there, you better stop it. You better put it back in position because it will continue to just wear out. Just like the tires on your car. If you don't put it back in alignment, it will wear out. You can't see that unless you take an x-ray. So you have to take an x-ray. And if you take an x-ray, then we want to see how we're going to improve it. So here's an x-ray of the spine afterwards, completely straightened out. From a curved spine to a completely straight spine. Back pain is gone. He feels great. And now we know his organs, the nerve energy to his organs, are going to function better. So that's probably the differences that we do in our office. We look to the spine to correct it. Our process here is to find out what's causing your problem. If we can help, then what do we need to do to help you? If we can't help, and this isn't a spinal thing, who do we need to refer you to?